What is going on, everybody? It's Tuesday. We made it through Monday. Again, we're here. It is what it is, guys. We're going to be talking about everything that's happening right now within the traditional markets as well as the crypto markets. We're going to jump into everything. But if you guys are new and you guys don't know, my name is Tank. This is the IBC Gang YouTube channel. We jump into all sorts of things in and out of every one of these markets. Before we go any further, if you guys would help us grow, help us do this the right way, the organic way, from the ground up with the community, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification as well. It really does help us out tremendously because, it's hard. It's the bear market. Not a lot of people around. So the more and more people that actually do good deeds, like help us out by hitting those little buttons down below, the more people that could possibly see or get exposure to the ecosystems that you're invested in. So it's kind of like you're not just helping us, you're helping yourself, you're helping everybody in the ecosystem. It's a win-win for everybody. Go ahead, be a good person, hit that little bell notification, hit that follow, or hit that like, hit that, so what I'm trying to say, guys, subscribe button, and we'll be on our way. With that being said, I am joined by my two mods that help me mod the YouTube streams, Bren and Grits. Grits, guys, what's up, man? You guys doing all right?
Yeah, a little audio check.
Yeah, I got it. I'm getting better. Right
Nice.
before I said, I have it sitting on there and I click it right before I introduce you guys. So I'm getting better.
Good.
But it does, you know what it does? If you guys couldn't tell, it does throw off my spill. Like that whole intro right there was all over the place. I was just like so focused on making sure that I hit that desktop audio like live thing that I was like all over the place with it. So, I just got to pre-record my intros or something. With that being said, Sunrise Binary, Blau, Matt Miller, Chad, Striker, what's going on, guys? What is going on? A little sluggish today. I think the markets are pumping, so everybody's like just kind of happy and doing their own thing. So, but that's a good thing. So, what's up, Fozzie? Okay, I'm awake. Maybe we're still drinking our coffee as well. With that being said, now let me ask you two fellas before we jump into the charts. What do you guys think about this price action that we're seeing in the traditional markets and in crypto? Go ahead, Bren. What do you think, Bren?
Man, it's hard for me to comment. Obviously, I'm going to be a bit biased because I'm still pretty much sidelined.
Yeah,
But
you're still waiting for that Goblin Town good price action.
right, and I don't know, man. I mean, we still haven't seen the Bitcoin dominance that I've been looking for alts. I feel like obviously, a lot of alts are down 90+%.
What
But
is Bitcoin dominance right now?
yeah, while BTC dominance right now I think is below 40% during this point in the market, I feel like we might get a bit of upside. We haven't really seen a legitimate relief rally yet. So I feel like that should be coming up soon. If this isn't leading up to it, it might. Who knows? But I still think we're going to get some lower prices in the future. There's still like 700 days or so until the next halving. So I'm holding tight, man. I mean, Evmos is making me really comfortable. I'm building my bags without actually having to put in any powder.
Yeah,
So I'm getting a little taste of both worlds here.
that has been really interesting. But we'll jump into Evmos in just a little bit. What do you think? What do you think, Grits? Grits,
Uh,
you there?
I think I'm gonna be cautious until they do this rate hike, and then I'm gonna probably move in. I think the nice little Ethereum pump was great, but yeah, I'm not really paying attention to it.
Do you guys think that this is going to be sustainable, or do you guys think that we're going to see further down from where we've seen recently? Like, let me go to the Bitcoin chart, right? Like, we've kind of cleared up. I'm on the 1 hourly. Let me go to the daily here. Like, do you guys think that we're going to see I'm just kind of curious because I'm getting a lot of questions myself, and like I get where people are coming from, but like I guess, do you think we're going to see lower than 19, or are you guys waiting for like that still 16, 15 range?
I think it might touch that briefly, but I don't think we're gonna have a sustained like low like that. I think we're gonna be chilling around 20 for a while.
What do you think, Bren?
I kind of agree with Grits. I think we might touch around it's like 14 to 16 possibly for a bit. But I think we're definitely going to get a lot of sideways action between 14 to 20 for a while BTC dominance goes up and alts bleed because we really haven't seen that.
Yeah, I gotta respect to you guys already know like what I think. I've said it many times. Like I think maybe we've already
Yeah.
seen the worst. But I do like a lot of people have been sending me messages, and I gotta respect it, man. Like I preach conservative. What, I can't even speak today. Being conservative, with your capital and stuff like that, and all I'm hearing is that you guys are being safe, and it's not a bad thing. Like that's the whole name of the game, is to take unnecessary, like don't but to not take unnecessary risk when you don't have to. And especially, like, I thought you brought up a really good point for everybody that's in the Cosmos ecosystem. When you have things that are giving you such returns like Evmos, Juno for some of us, things of that nature, like you're basically allowing your long-term holds, or what you've been airdropped, maybe you haven't even spent anything more, right? But you're allowing that to DCA for you if you're smart about it, and not just sitting on it, and not like kind of
Oh
maneuvering
yeah,
it
I've
and putting it
been
in position.
DCAing with like paychecks and stuff like that also.
Yeah, well, but I mean, another way to do it. But like, just if you didn't move any capital, like I know Bren's like, I kind of poke at him sometimes, but like he's ultra conservative, waiting for Goblin Town price action and stuff like that to really move actual any sideline capital that's sitting on reserved into the.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my main stuff, like
Yeah, so
for
like, but
still.
but my point is like, I gotta respect the vast majority of people that are of similar mind, because all you're doing is just you're being patient, and you already have a source of DCA, and that's rewards, right? Like if
Yeah,
you're
that.
using them, that's great. That's a great strategy. So I respect that, man. I do. I still think that more likely than not, in my own thesis, I think that we have already seen the bottom. I don't think that we're actually going to get any lower than where we've actually seen the wick down to already, which is set about 17.6. There is a possibility that we do retest these lows again, and if we do, great. I love seeing back test. I love seeing things come back down and retest lows, because that's just reconfirming those price points, right? Like, and if you just hit it once, it's always going to be kind of in the back of your mind, kind of like a CME gap. Like, are we ever going to go back and retest it? So like, I'd rather just peel the band-aid off and get it done with. Not sooner rather than later, but like at some point, I'd rather see that actually happen. And so with that being said, like I do know that there is a good possibility of that taking place. So even if I'm saying that I think the probability of us seeing the worst, like I do realize, guys, that there is a chance that we do go back down there and at least glance at the worst again before we carry on and kind of really pull away from that. But yeah, I just kind of want to get your guys. What do you guys think in chat too? Like, let us. Do you guys think that we're gonna go back down further than we've been, or do you guys think that maybe we're going to just go sideways from here? What do you guys think? Let us know in chat, because I'm curious. The market, from what I'm seeing and the people that I'm talking to, really is, well, I would say more leaning towards what you guys are saying. Probably not by much, but like the circle that I'm involved in, but like, I think like 60-40% of people being kind of like what I'm thinking that we see, or that we've seen pretty much the worst, and
Yeah,
60% of people, are a lot more conservative just because of what we've gone through, which I respect. Go ahead, Chris. Did you want to say something?
yeah, I'm probably just going to start throwing in some actual money right after this rate hike.
Yeah.
That day, I'm probably gonna have like some money set aside for it.
Well, I think
From
I think a lot of
this,
people are looking for that, and then also like to get through with the whole earnings and stuff like that, because like throughout this whole week, right, we have like today we
yeah,
have Netflix at like 4 or something like that. Like Netflix are supposed. I think it's like Legos and Netflix, or there was another one that they were supposed to report earnings today. A lot
and
of them.
Legos probably did so well during the the
Oh,
lockdown.
Legos killed it. You know how expensive Legos are, guys? Jeez, my kids killing me. Legos, you're killing me.
I still like Legos,
Oh, I
but I
love
don't have.
Legos. A Fett. I don't know if it's Bobo or Django Fett. It's literally doubled in price from when I remember when I got it. I got it like 2 Christmases ago, and like now looking on the shelf to get a similar helmet like Lego thing, which I like. I like doing Legos with my kids. Like it's like $90 to $100 when I think they bought it for like 40. So it's insane. The markups are crazy. You can be rich just collecting Legos, guys. Um. Anyway,
I didn't know that, actually.
yeah, dude. Legos have skyrocketed, bro.
I
Skyrocketed.
didn't know that. That's crazy.
Um. Yeah, but like, Blau says, I'd rather buy reversal than seek. I need glasses. I need to wear my glasses all the time. I'd rather buy a reversal than seeking a bottom by Pogs. There you go, Pogs. Where you at, Pogs? Guys, if you guys don't know Pogs, see, Pogs is a killer. He's in a private.
Oh, I thought you meant like actual Pogs.
No, that guys, I'm so old.
Nobody remembers those.
I was saying Pogs were the bomb.
I just like how I like the shiny like whatever those ones you slammed the other ones with.
Yeah,
the slammers.
They call them slammers.
No, I was like,
Thick
you know,
ones.
I had no idea how to play the game, but I just like the shiny ones.
Oh, dude, we played it all the time back home in Hawaii. I'm so old.
I had no friends when I was little.
That is when you used to get Pogs, guys. I won't go too much into this topic. You used to get your milk in a bottle, and the cap was the cardboard logo. It was a Pog. It was there. It was like a way to play and cap things. It was marketing, all this other stuff. Anyway, it was look it up. It was really, really popular back in the day. Let's move into it though. Let's go back to the Dow Jones. Dow Jones up 1.43% right now on the daily chart. Doing pretty well, guys. Actually, let me show you guys just a few things. You guys know the yellow line that we have here. I'm not going to spend too much time on everything, but you can see that we are in a triangle pattern here. Yes, I do go from wick to wick. I just, you could use it on the regular candles, but I mean, it still plays out, right? Like it still plays out. But we're in this triangle pattern right now. We are retesting the upper side of the triangle pattern. So that is a good thing. If you go back down here to the NASDAQ as well has already touched 3 times on the top, 3 times on the bottom. We are trending on the top of our ascending triangle pattern. This one looks more like a kind of like a symmetrical triangle right here. This is more of an ascending triangle pattern right here. Excuse me. And if you don't know, it's all about, there's a couple caveats to it, but like the basics of it is ascending triangle patterns. Usually if you come into it, well, let me backstep. Ascending triangle patterns usually have more of a higher probability of breaking to the upside than the downside, and especially by the way that you come into a pattern. Usually with triangle patterns, the first thing that I'll look at is how did I enter into the triangle pattern? Did I enter it coming up or up with price action, or did I enter it on the downside with price action? What I'm talking about right now is this right here, guys. Did we enter it on the upside coming up into the pattern? Or again, like you could have seen here, if this was more, if we actually could have made our pattern this way, did we fall into that pattern? Because the likelihood of after having 5 touches, it would be that we exit the same way that we came in to the pattern. It's very, when you're making patterns, admittingly, it's all about how you, draw your patterns or lay your lines. Some people will agree with what they're doing, and some people would like straight up not agree with the way you do patterns. It's all perspective. It's all the way that you do things and how you view things. But what I have here on the daily, which I think is a good amount of time here, is us actually coming up into this triangle ascending pattern. And I think that we will more than likely, by probabilities, break up. Now, again, we could get rejected, but that's just how it usually goes. You have a higher probability of coming up and out if you are coming in that fashion, kind of like that. And then again, if you see here in the Dow Jones, which is a little different, symmetrical triangles, a little different, but the same thing. The way that you lead in to it is usually the way that you fall out of it or break out of it, right? And this one, I don't know where I'm at with this one, because technically we actually fell into this. So, if we get our touches, more than likely, I think we might fall out of it. But I mean, again, I even with my own lines right now, like, do you want to say that that's actually, or do you want to say that we entered from the downside and get our 5 touches and then break out to the upside? I'm not sure yet. I have 2 touches and I'm projecting out, and I'm not front running anything right now. Like it's really, if I'm being very honest with you guys, like these are just, this one, not so much. Dow Jones has 2 touches, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'm projecting out. I don't really know how it's going to play out just yet. There's a lot of things happening, such as earnings, the Fed meeting that we still have to look out for. But I just kind of want to give you guys some food for thought. That's what I have right now. And yes, I do leave my lines with wide margins going from wick to wick, just because I think all wicks matter. I really do think all wicks matter. So that's what I have right now for the Dow. That's what I have right now for the NASDAQ. The Russell, same thing, kind of. Actually, if you look at price action on the daily right here, let me show you guys right now. you can see that we're testing right now that ceiling or rejection that we've previously had. 1, 2, testing it right now to see if we can break down that door. You guys know the saying, the more you test support and or resistance, the more likely you are to break through said support and or resistance. We did technically come up into this wedge pattern from the low to the high. So again, probability wise and statistics wise, you should be breaking it out. And it does look like it's trying to fulfill that right now. Not saying that that's, ultimately what's going to happen. Nobody knows. I'm just saying on average, that's usually how it plays out. But we could get rejected like we have in the past. Again, you guys got to also remember the trend is your friend until it's not. The trend so far has been to get rejected at these levels and then to come back down and bounce off this support level that we have down here again. So kind of, again, just projecting out, kind of watching it closely. If we do with the Russell break through, again, the Russell kind of like a leading indicator, in my opinion, for the traditional markets. If it does break through, I'd like to see it kind of use this upwards, which was once resistance, and flip it into support, or maybe just, thread through it on the higher end like this. And before, maybe later seeing what happens with the Fed meeting, later seeing what happens with earnings and stuff like that, and maybe us pulling away from it later, down the week, like maybe a week or two down the road. But that's what I'm watching out for right now. SPX, which is the S&P 500. Same thing. More looking like a symmetrical triangle than anything to me. They're really weird, to be honest with you. Like it's, yeah, I'll leave it at that. It's basically the same thing. I just don't want you guys to think that I'm front running it. I'm just keeping an eye on things. Like I drew this out early this morning after I saw the touches and was like, look, it's enough for me to actually project out and keep an eye on. But I'm not calling it, a bullish triangle or a bearish triangle just yet. Right now, if I had to make a snapshot, gun to my head, like opinion about it, it's more bullish. All of these triangles are more bullish right now than they are bearish, just because we're testing the upper side of the triangle pattern than the lower sides of the triangle pattern. If we were down here with price action, like we were here or here or here, I'd say, oh yeah, price action is bearish, or these patterns are bearish, right? But obviously we're not. We're on the higher side of these patterns, and it is what it is. So SPX, again, trying to come up here and retest these levels that we got rejected on before. The trend is our friend until it's not. Maybe we just come up here, get rejected again, ping pong off resistance, come back down to support, and just kind of play out and squeeze into this triangle pattern further until we actually see some real price action or real guidance with price action leading us to the downside or to the upside. Again, not front running anything. If you guys take a look at Market Cipher B down here, there are some things that I'm still concerned about. Not seeing real curvature, not seeing any real confidence just yet, or strong enthusiasm coming from the RSIs, which again are a lagging indicator on the higher time frames. If you take a look at the Russell, a little bit better on the Russell. NASDAQ, again, kind of still looking like it's indecisive right now with things. This looks a little bit better, to be honest with you. NASDAQ has a little bit more curvature. Dow Jones, still not seeing that curvature, rounding back to the upside as well. So again, a little bit too early. It is just still Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see. There are some times that market movers, market makers, the decision makers, the real money that's moving the market will sometimes let things run and then eat the overextended longs. So they might be building up people's long positions before the whales come and eat them and dive back down into the depths. Could be a play. Really could be the play. And so that's why I respect what Grits and Bren were talking about still being conservative with maybe pushing their chips onto the table prematurely. Because that is a very, very real thing and it happens all the time. Like they let relief happen. There's got to be liquidity for the market makers to eat. And what better way to let longs get confident before, again, rejecting them and then taking a bite out of their ass and diving back down into the depths while we just go sideways for a bit longer. So again, just kind of telling you guys what I'm seeing, what I've projected, and what I'm watching. It really is the time now to be more, I wouldn't say antsy. It's more the time to focus and watch and to be patient more than anything else right now. If you haven't already taken these positions when we saw things hit the lows, like here on the Dow Jones, right? Like if you didn't catch it here, what's the old saying? Don't buy green candles. You're just buying a green candle. You're buying and presenting your liquidity as relief to somebody else. And so again, I want things to run, but I also want the IBC community, my fellow cosmonauts, the people that watch this show, to be in better positions than others. Obviously, if you guys can watch, like I want you to also be, but like I don't want you guys to be liquidity for somebody else. So don't buy green candles. Like that's like the bottom rule, right? Like you don't buy pumps, you buy fear, you buy panic, you buy blood in the streets. You don't buy joy. You don't buy rallies. Like you're just becoming somebody else's relief when they sell into it. So kind of how I'm looking at things right now. I'm hopeful. And if other people want to buy it, great. Please see us through. I'd like to see us through. I'd like to see us recapture some of these, I'd like to flip resistance into support. Sure. But I'm not going to be the one that does it. And I don't want you guys to be the one that does it either, because I do think, like Grits, like a lot of you guys, like Bren was saying, there's always going to be another chance. And it's always better when you're buying a red candle than it is than a green candle. I promise you. Not financial advice, just life advice. That's on the real. Any questions at all before we move on into Bitcoin?
It doesn't look like there's any questions in the chat.
That's because I'm explaining myself so well, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. I feel so accomplished right now. No, honestly though, guys, like that's real talk. So let's move on into Bitcoin. Bitcoin actually down 0.71% on the daily. We actually rallied all the way up to almost $23,000 on this. On this daily candle. This daily candle still has 9 hours and 20 minutes to fully confirm. Really, again, just going back for Bitcoin, all I'm really watching right now for Bitcoin is, again, candles. I don't even care about, really, to be honest with you, I don't even really care about any kind of pattern that's on the chart for Bitcoin right now. Like all I'm really watching for is if we can break and hold above our previous resistance, which we are above right now, right? A lot of people right now on crypto YouTube or crypto Twitter are calling for $33,000. I'm sorry, $23,000 for us to recapture to like real confidence. I think that's a little bit, I mean, I get where they're coming from. Better to be a little bit more conservative and set the bar higher than lower. But I honestly, for myself, would much rather us just see basically where we are right now. If we can close 22.5 for the daily, I think that would be just as good as closing $23,000. Like if we can close 22.5, we'd still be closing above our previous candles, above that previous candle and above that previous candle, and so on and so forth. Again, that's kind of what I'm watching right now. I'm just trying to see the bodies of these candles and seeing how they close. If you guys can follow, if I draw on this, it's going to bring up everything else, but you guys can see right here, right? I'm not really even concerned. The wicks are still doing good as well. The wicks are really doing good as well. But as you guys can see these past couple of days from the low, right? Every candle, body or wick has been closing above the previous. So that's a good thing. The trend is our friend until it's not. So I'm watching that trend. I want to see if that trend stops. Right now, we do have a triangle pattern on Market Cipher A, which usually indicates some type of trend is going to be reversed. That is a reversal signal for Market Cipher A when you see a triangle pattern. Again, the bad thing about reversal patterns, or the reversal triangles, it doesn't tell you what pattern it's actually reversing. Is it reversing the downwards price action that we had just recently? Is it reversing the sideways chop, or is it just reversing what we saw previously with run-ups in the past and us come back down again? More likely, it's going to be the third option. It's more likely going to be the more immediate, obvious, situation, which is right now the candle is running up in a bullish form. But again, sometimes they don't play out. It's not a guarantee. Like, if we go, let me zoom back and see if, sometimes you're like, look right here. Okay. We're going to go back and back test it here. Triangle, right? Where this triangle clearly showed us reversal back down. This one, not so much. This one just carried on. This one didn't fully play out as well. This one didn't play out as well. This one didn't play out as well. Like if you go and if you're looking at these triangle patterns, right? There are some of them that clearly, obviously reverse, but 1, 2, 2.5, out of 1, 2, I guess you say 3 there. Not equal, but like they're, I guess what I'm just trying to say is they don't always play out to the downside. What if we just play this out again? What if we just play this out again and we just keep marching on? Like, gotta be patient, gotta be watching. That's why right now, the only thing I'm really watching is bodies of candles and the wicks of the candles. That's the only thing I'm really concerned about right now. I want to see if we close above yesterday with the body of our candle, and also, how the momentum, how the volume keeps coming in throughout the day. So again, we have about 9 hours, 17 minutes left for the daily candle to close. Just pay attention to it. Now is the time to watch and see if we can maintain ourselves. And that's really the only thing that we care about. Like, who cares about pumping further? Can we sustain? Can we maintain? That's the real question. That's the real only thing that we should be concerning ourselves about. We shouldn't be looking for major pumps. The only thing we should be looking for is sustainability, like maintainability, long-term price action. But yeah, I mean, if we can do that, obviously, we'd just be trekking along. We'd be, let me see here. Do I have a pattern here? Yeah. Oh, hold on. I got somebody busting in here because they don't know how to listen to the rules.
Can I go to Urban Air with these pants on?
What?
Am I allowed to go to Urban Air with these pants on?
Hold on 1 second. What are you asking me?
Am I allowed to go to Urban Air with these pants on?
Yes. Go downstairs and close the door.
Yeah.
Close my door. Sorry, guys. Kids are still out. I've been taking them to this place called Urban Air, which is like this huge trampoline place or whatever, and they can't get enough of it. They're like, "Can I wear these cool basketball shorts?" I'm like, "I don't care. Like, wear whatever you want." Anyway, moving on. Real talk, guys. I'm a real person. So if you guys see here, right, we were talking about breaking through previous resistance. I told you guys before that in between these two lines is our most recent resistant levels, and you can see it obviously playing out before in the charts. Really easy. The one thing I want to see is if we do come back down, if things reverse back down, will we hold above this and just go sideways like we were going sideways here? That's what I want to see, if this becomes our new floor. If the ceiling becomes a new floor, that's what I want to see, guys. So if the resistance gets flipped into support, and it doesn't need to even fully get flipped into support entirely, we could thread through it on the high side like this, and that would still be a great thing long term, because again, we just be making higher lows. We'd be making stair-stepping movements to the upside over a long term. So again, that's what I'm really looking for right now. I'm not even going to waste my time talking about these lows because they're not presenting themselves right now. But if you guys had limit orders, you guys hit them, and you guys again have the possibility of taking profits, you need to take profits, like, for sure. What is this? Let me remind you guys, 4% conservatively for crypto, right? Price action on the charts, percent wise, with price action on the charts right now. Over the past 6 days, you now have the opportunity without leverage to realize 18% profits with the price action based on if you caught this low here with a limit order for Bitcoin. Like, for God's sake, please be a winner, remain a winner, and take profits. That's not financial advice. That's just me telling you to be a winner. Be a winner. What was Talladega Nights? Because my kids are winners. I'll let them do whatever they want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to switch into my new strategy. I miss it.
If there's no questions, let's move on into our favorite children of our ecosystems of the crypto verse. Let's talk about Atom. Atom up 6.3% on the daily. We're back up in over $10. Can you stay above $10 now? That's the real question. I love seeing it in a double-digit price point. Question is, again, can we sustain? I don't even care if we keep pumping. I'd like us to sustain $9.50 to $10. Hopefully above $10. You know, obviously, like, that's what I'm rooting for. But I think that's the only thing that we need to focus on right now for Atom. Atom's Market Cipher B looks glorious. Look at this curvature on the daily time frame. Look at us leading back up into the green. I want to see that transition back into the positive or the green money flow. If you come back down here, you can see I was going to try to make a pattern, but obviously the only thing you need to really watch out for right now is this trend line right here. Can we break above it? We tried just recently. We tried to push up to the 0.5 right here. Got rejected. Again, obviously going to get rejected on certain fib levels, going to get rejected on previous resistance levels. This is a thin resistance level. I don't know how much weight I want to put into this right now, because we have basically, you know, and I'm being very, very honest, this even needs to be fixed a little bit more. We could do that there and set this a little bit higher here. We basically have one touch, two touch, and it's not even very separated much. So I don't know if you want to put that much weight on there, but one touch, two touch, projected out, got rejected off it, getting rejected off that, also getting rejected off the 0.5. That's okay though. I mean, honestly, I don't know if you want to call this that, but like it looks kind of funny, like, right? I'm reaching on this, maybe giving you guys a little hopium, but this is my little cup and handle pattern right there. Usually those are supposed to be more bullish, but I'm reaching, so I'm just trying to give you guys something good to look at there. Yeah, it worked out beautifully. Like we put these zones down before, the 6.5 and the 6.18. We drew out this transparent box for you guys. We wicked down there. Again, if you had limit orders, Atom's on basically every centralized exchange. No excuses not to have a limit order. If you guys didn't already have Atom at these levels, you guys obviously could have caught them and just sat back and not even been watching the charts. But again, if you guys are in profits, remember right now, even with price action, you're up 32% without leverage. Without leverage on the chart, you're up 32% over the past 6 days. That's amazing. What more do you want to ask for? Realized profits while profits are there, 33%, 33.52 over the past 6 days. If you're not realizing profits, the only person you have to blame is yourself. So be an avid profit taker, be a consistent profit taker, and rinse and repeat. That way, if we're wrong and Brad and everybody else is right, and we see another chance to do it all over again for free, we'll be able to do it, right? So yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing though right now. Really loving what I'm seeing coming from Atom. Let's move on into Secret. What's up, you guys? Got some?
Yeah, Chad was asking, do you ever count the number of days up or down for a pattern?
Mm-hmm. I do. I don't do it as much anymore. Just because, again, like for me, I'm more of a long-term, even with my trades, I'm more like a bi-weekly or monthly trader, to be honest with you. I don't really like days, like week and stuff like that. Like, nah, not so much. But like sometimes I do count candles and like, you know, how much, like you could say like, oh, we've had so many candles in the past on average to the downside. We're due for a pump back up. But like, I quit doing that because, and I know maybe I'm getting long winded, but I quit doing that because I've come to realize over the years that the market doesn't owe you snap diddly popsicles, like nothing. Don't think like we saw that just recently, right? Like so many people are like, we're Bitboy Crypto says it all the time. We were due for a relief rally. The F we are? What do you mean we're due? You're not due anything in this game. The market doesn't owe you anything. Nobody owes you anything. So looking at that and counting on, oh, it's, you know, at some point we got it. Like, yes, the markets do ebb and flow. They don't just go down in straight lines, but it could be one candle and then back down to the dump. Look, this is the great example right here, right? Like,
well, if you look at the heat map, like it's pretty much the other market moving. It's just crypto reacting.
Like look at this. If you would have took that and they've gone, okay, we've had all of these dump, right? And then we get kind of like fake outs, dump, and you go, at some point, that's like, you know, that's like going to the roulette table and going, it's hit black 20 times. There's no way that it can't hit black again. That way of thinking is crazy because it literally just hit black 20 something times in the past. How in the hell do you think that it can't hit black again? And again, like you look at it like, oh, great. Look, it did hit. Not really, because then we just hit black all over again. So it's like, I used to do that stuff. It's a great question, but like I stopped doing it because I years ago realized that the market doesn't owe me nothing. Nothing.
There are greater forces at play.
Yeah. And there's better things to average and count, in my humble opinion, than the number of candles that have been a certain color. Again, I'm not, you know, that's just me kind of explaining why I don't do that. But that because I used to do that a lot. Secret right now, Secret up 0.89%, but Secret even more so. Again, guys, I don't know. This is just stuff that I've had for forever. I'm not saying like, look at me, I said it forever, but I was saying it and I have it on the charts for a long time. Hit the golden pocket perfectly. Is that how you say it? Perfectly. Perfect. We hit it perfectly. correctly, I guess. Yeah. For some reason, it didn't sound right. And now, from hitting it 3 times now in the past, we are up for secret 42%. Amazing. Take profits. I love it. I love it. Right now, we're getting rejected off certain key levels, obviously, right? Like tried to run up all the way to the 382, got rejected off that. 382 is a strong fib, no matter to the downside or to the upside. Expect that. Right now, we are trying to test. We broke through the 0.5, but we're retesting this dotted line, which again was one of our zones in the past, which is right around $1.31. I would like to just see us hold above the 5. If we can hold above 122, that'd be super, super cool. But again, that's all I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if these price actions just sustain and maintain going forward. I'm going to run through these though. And please do stop me if I'm missing anything, guys.
Yeah, Strika has a cheeky question about DAOs, and he wants you to go over what a DAO is and how it works with some of these Stargaze projects. And obviously, he's not hinting towards Maneki or anything.
Are you trying to get me to say something? Are you trying to fool me, sir?
I think he wants you to shit on the competition, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I could shit on the competition really bad. Damn it. Why do you guys say that? Why you gotta bring that up? Because you know me, Brent. I'm like fucking, oh, sorry. Dang it. I see I swore. Now I'm getting all flustered. It's like, I'm like Ron Burgundy. Like once I get something on my mind or something comes up, like I gotta talk about it. You know,
dang flabbit.
Hold on. We'll go into DAOs in just a little bit, but let me cover Juno. Juno up 6.3%. Guys, Juno killing it. Who loves a $3, almost $3.50 Juno? I do. Really loving the price action from Juno. This isn't the best chart in the whole wide world. Do I have? Let's go to this chart right here.
I gotta start getting a position in now.
You got what?
I gotta get a better position in Juno now.
I think who did I respond to? That's always the case, right? Like always when you see it after, it's like, I wish I got a better position. There's never the best position. Let's talk about it right now though. Like over the past,
I like to look at like, oh, it's under 5 or it's under 10. I like to look at a main round number and then look at below it.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel better.
Look at this, guys. Juno over the past 6 days as well, up 42% without leverage.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's a 4-hour chart right there.
Also, their halving is coming up in a month and a half.
Real soon.
Or 2.5 months or something.
Can I make this chart look a little bit? Hold on. I don't even want. Yeah, I'm not even going to say that. That's such a weird daily. I don't even know. Yeah, I'm not even going to waste my time saying that stuff. This looks like a support leg, but I didn't want to say it. Anyway, I said it already. Whatever. Yeah, Juno, guys, again, Juno, I just want to see us get above. Let me go here. See if they can make this look any better here. It probably doesn't. It's a little easier just because I don't like Osmosis's trading view. But as you guys can see here, this isn't the best bull, but what I was trying to point out earlier is if we get to this little platform section right here with this price action erase here, you could technically say, can I do this here? Maybe. See, I hate this. Why doesn't it do that? I hate reset chart. Show me the whole dang thing, stupid thing. Anyway, what I was going to try to say is it would technically be the start of a bull, which needs a handle, which would be bullish long term. But yeah, stupid osmosis charts. Can we please fix that? Moving on, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting a lot of cramping in my back right now, which is making it hard to breathe. I don't know. I was good just like a couple minutes ago, but it come out of nowhere, guys. Like my hand is tingling right now. It's really weird.
Well, if you need to cut it short, dude, we all understand.
Yeah, we might. So, but I'm going to fly through them right now, guys. It's just the seated position. This position sucks.
Yeah, you got to get that stand-up desk, man.
I do. Why didn't everybody? You guys got to tell me. I'm having. That was my son screwing that up. Green screen problems right here. Y'all know my life is a wreck. My life is a wreck right now. Hold on, let me change that. Okay. Let's go into Osmosis though. Osmosis trying to get back above $1.95 right now. Maybe it's easier if I just do this again, because the Osmosis chart up 4.5% on the day on the daily. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad, guys. Ooh, we just literally got. Did you guys see that reversal flash? Oop, and it went away. Ooh, we're at a key level right now, guys. We're at a key level right now. Hold on. I'm going to slouch a little bit and try to dig into this ice pack. Maybe that'll help. What I've been told is my nerves are compressed and pinched due to inflation. Inflation got my nerves all wrecked too. Look at that flashing back and forth on the daily. We're at a key level right now, guys. Come on, Cletus.
Need some ice packs.
I got one. I got one right now on my back. I'm trying to lean into it right now. Let's move on into Evmos and take a look at that. Let me see if I can find Evmos here. How is Evmos doing? Still holding above $2. Hey, still holding above $2. Yeah, I was gonna say it dipped down below, right? Like pretty well below a little while ago. I don't know. Evos it's in a really, as far as like growing as a child in the space as a crypto, it's just getting listed on exchanges. I could have swore, somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but I saw something about Coinbase and Evmos. I don't want to spread hopium, but I could have swore I saw somewhere on
that happens. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So please correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I could have swore earlier on, again, I was up kind of early at 4:00. So some things are kind of crazy at 4:00. Maybe I was looking at two different things and just combined them. I don't know, but I could have swore I saw something talking about Evmos and Coinbase. That would be crazy.
I didn't see anything like that, but Coinbase does have a guide on how to buy Evmos, even though they have that for most cryptos that they don't list as well. So
maybe that's it. That's weird though. Like why? That is weird.
They have a chart.
Get out of here.
Coinbase for it.
Yeah, but Coinbase does that. Coinbase does that for like a lot of things that they never even plan on listing. So.
Evmos. Oh, it's on BitGet, of course.
Bootstrapping Evmos mainnet launch for the Coinbase cloud. Run a validator node.
Of course. You guys can come in here with your damn validators again and not partake in governance or do anything like that. Guys, if they come, do not validate or do not delegate to a centralized exchange, please.
No.
Like that's the worst thing you could possibly do. If you have Evmos and they come and they start validating for Evmos, for F's sake, please do not delegate to them. Anyway, yeah, we'll move on. Yeah. Unless there's anything other like crazy happening on this charts. Hold on. Stargaze up almost 1%, 0.72. Secret Network, again, doing its thing. What is Akash? Akash, are you doing crazy things again, Akash? I'm telling you guys, Akash, don't sleep on Akash lately, guys. What is it doing? It's doing the same thing it's been doing.
Evmos bootstrap their mainnet launch with Coinbase Cloud. That might be what you're reading.
Could have been. Okay, so not much more coins that I particularly care to go over right now. I want to get into DAOs, and forgive me, I'm not dodging the question, but I'm having a really hard time with my back right now. So I really don't want to get into it. All I can say, we're almost there with Maneki right now, guys. We're almost to 15. Gosh, what is it?
We're at 149, so one more Maneki.
Wow.
One more, and we'd be at 15. There's no Manekis for sale on the marketplace.
I wonder if that's going to be a rare one.
Which one?
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Although the 150th.
I mean, who knows?
Please don't sleep on Manekis. If you guys haven't, definitely check it out. I got to get going, though, because I'm dying right now, guys. Like, I'm literally in a lot of pain. So
Yeah,
I'm sorry
man.
for cutting it short. Forgive me. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your sister, tell everybody you know. Come check out these streams. Hopefully it's a benefit to you guys. Again, apologize tremendously, but I gotta go do something. I gotta get away from this desk because, yeah. Peace. Later, guys.
Peace out.
Peace.